I would now request our esteemed chief guest to kindly come on dais and share with us how winning is an attitude.
At the very outset, I would like to offer my reverential pranams to the lotus feet of Shri Samartha Sadguru Sainath Maharaj, whose grace has brought me here before all of you this morning, and who is a spiritual guide to so many of us living here in India, innumerable. And there is one saying of Baba which I thought I should share with you before I begin my presentation. Baba said, "I give my devotees what they want in the hope that they will begin to want what I want to give them." So he wants to give us a spiritual treasure that would enable us to go within, and then we would realize that we can improve our lives without if we can go within. I am extremely thankful to Shri Bijoy Sahu, Chairman, Trustee, Srimati Shilpa Sahu, for affording me this opportunity of being with you all this morning. I must also thank the principal and the members of the staff and Mrs. Shweta for that kind introduction. And so friends, we straight away come to the topic for this morning. Winning. Winning is an attitude is our topic for today. Winning is an attitude because the winner has a number of essential attributes, certain ingredients which form part of his personality, which makes him a winner, and he has the attitude of winning. Now, who is a winner? A winner is a person who is always keen that his positive intentions must be translated into tangible results. A winner is a person who believes that the impossible is generally the untried. The winner is the person who focuses on the summit even as he clears the path. And a winner believes that his job is to take himself and others from where they are, from where they could possibly be. And therefore, my friends, what are the attributes of a winner which makes for him winning an attitude? And we will look at these attributes, and it is my fervent hope that some of these attributes will remain with each one of you and will make each one of you a winner in life. Let's look at these attributes. First and foremost, my friends, a winner is very clear that he is here in this world for a purpose. He is not here by accident, and it is for him to discover that purpose. And therefore, he is very clear about his focus, his goal, and his purpose in life. At whatever station of life he may be, he is very focused, conscious about what he wants to do or what he wants to achieve. Because believe me, my friends, none of us is here by accident. We are here for a purpose, and it is for each one of us to discover that purpose. And schools like the SAI International School enables each one of us to discover that purpose. Many years ago, near this town called Florence in Italy, there was a 11-foot crooked piece of marble. And one of the greatest sculptors of all time, Michelangelo, he was asked to do something with that 11-foot crooked piece of marble which had been lying there for hundreds of years. And then Michelangelo started working on that 11-foot crooked piece of marble, chipping away day after day after day. And as he was doing this, one day a little girl, 11-year-old girl, came up to Michael and asked him, Michael, I'm told this 11-foot crooked piece of marble has been lying here for such a long time. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? And to that, Michelangelo is reported to have replied, he said, my little girl, you know what? Inside this 11-foot crooked piece of marble, there is an angel. There is an angel, and I am removing the unnecessary chips, and I am allowing that angel to emerge. And this is what the teachers here are doing, removing all those unnecessary chips and enabling that angel in each one of you to emerge. And therefore, my friends, be very clear, each one of you, what is my purpose, what is my goal, and therefore what is my focus in life. And you will realize that the purpose of life is a life of purpose. I must tell you a real life story, an incident which happened many years ago. A school teacher took 40 students of his school on an excursion. They went to a big resort where they spent almost 4 to 5 days as part of that excursion. And the last day was a Sunday. The last day was a Sunday, and the teacher told the 40 students who had come with him, children, today the owner of this resort, who has made it possible for us to have this excursion here, he is going to come and speak to you at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the owner of that resort, he came to the mic and he spoke to those 40 children. And he said, children, I want to tell you something which happened several years ago. Several years ago, in a school, in class 9, the English teacher asked the students to write a composition, an essay, on what their ambition in life is. And all the students wrote what their ambition was, what their goal was. And they gave the books. And the following Monday, the teacher returned the books. And one boy called Monty Roberts, he received his book and he opened the book. And when he opened the book, he found that he had got an E grade. We all know A is excellent, B is good, C is fair, D is maybe poor, but E is very poor. And he had got an E grade. And so he took his book and went to the teacher. And he said, sir, I thought I have written a fairly good composition. Why did you give me an E grade? And the teacher started talking. The teacher said, Monty, you know what? You belong to a lower middle class family. Your father does not have a stable job. Your father goes from stable to stable training horses. He is an itinerant horse trainer. And what have you written in your composition? You have written in your composition that when you grow up, you are going to be the owner of a 200-acre stud farm. And bang in the middle of that stud farm, you have actually drawn a plan and you have drawn your residential bungalow. Your residential bungalow with the ground floor and the first floor and the second floor with 6,000 square feet. Now come on. This is not possible. I don't think you can ever achieve this kind of a dream. Go back, Monty. Change your composition, change your essay, and I will give you a better grade. Monty took back the book. Went home that day. Over dinner, he talked to his dad. Dad, this is what happened in school. Do you think I should change my essay? The dad said, Monty, this is a decision I would like you to take. Monty slept over it. The next day he went to school. He went to his English teacher and he told his English teacher, I'm returning my book to you. If possible, you can re-evaluate it, but I am not going to change my composition. You keep your grade, I will keep my dream. You keep your grade, I will keep my dream. That person talking to the children, he said. And then this person said, children, I must tell you, you are all today sitting in that 200-acre stud farm, and this building is that 6,000 square feet building, and I am Monty Roberts. And so, my friends, always dare to dream. Don't ever think that this is something which I cannot achieve, which I cannot realize. And again, let me tell you what Michelangelo has to tell us. If you all anytime go to the city of Rome, and near Rome, if you go to the Vatican City, in the Vatican City, you will find the St. Peter's Cathedral, and as part of that St. Peter's Cathedral, you will find a small church. That church is called the Sistine Chapel, where the Pope and his close associates, they pray. And there, when you go into the Sistine Chapel, my friends, and if you look at the ceiling, you will find that the ceiling has beautiful paintings, murals from the Bible. And who painted those murals? It was Michelangelo. For 4 years, Michelangelo lay on his back and he painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. One day, Michael was painting a corner of the Sistine Chapel ceiling, an obscure corner, when somebody walked in and said, Michael, why are you taking so much trouble, so much pains, painting that corner of that Sistine Chapel so meticulously, with so much of commitment? Why are you doing this? To which Michelangelo said, he just smiled. And then that person said, why are you painting this corner so carefully? It's after all a corner. Who will see? Who will see? And Michelangelo said, my friend, you're asking me who will see? My answer is, God will see. God will see, and therefore. And you know what Michelangelo has to tell us? He tells us, and listen to this carefully, the greater danger for most of us is not that we aim high and we fail. The greater danger for most of us is that we aim low and we succeed. And so Michelangelo says, aim high in life. And let's get that angel from within, outside, and then realize our potential. And therefore a winner aims high. He is very clear about his purpose, his focus, and his goal. And then the winner, he is inspired about his goal. He is so passionate about his goal. Like your chairman, Mr. Bijoy Sahu, he was telling us, I was a practicing chartered accountant for several years, but then there was some vacuum. And then he was inspired about his goal. His goal to be an educationist, when he made that shift. So the winner is passionate. He is very clear. He is inspired about his goal. You all must have heard the name of Patanjali. Patanjali, who is known as the father of Indian meditation. Patanjali, who wrote the Yoga Sutras. One of the finest observations on inspiration, my friends, has been given to us by Patanjali. And Patanjali says, when you're inspired by some great object, some lofty purpose, all your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations. Your consciousness expands in every direction and you find yourself in a new, great and wonderful world. Latent forces, faculties and talents come to the fore and you discover yourself to be a far greater person than you thought you were. Everything fits into place. Mr. Sahu has to get a phone call at 9 o'clock in the morning for his new project. Come what may, 9 o'clock, that phone call will come. Because you're inspired. And it's as if the entire universe is getting together to help you in that endeavor. And so my children, be inspired about whatever you do in life. In school. And let me tell you a beautiful story on inspiration. There was this little boy. His father had been transferred to that place. They had moved in. He was in the 9th standard, came to school. He was put in a school. And this boy was passionate about football. Absolutely passionate. Loved to play football. Every day, 4 o'clock was the games period. He came to the football ground. The school had a football ground. The school had a football team. And so this boy was there. And he told the coach, sir, let me play, sir. I would love to play, sir. The coach said, you know what? Next week, we have an inter-school tournament. You're in class 9 and all the children of classes 11 and 12 who are part of the football team, they are in their practice sessions. You cannot obviously play. Please wait. But the boy was there. Next week, the pre-quarter final, the tournament started. The school team was playing in the pre-quarter final and the boy was there, 4 o'clock. Sir, take me in the team, sir. Let me play, sir. The coach said, this is an important match. You have to wait, I told you. And then the school team played. The school team won the pre-quarter final 3-2 and entered the quarter final. Wednesday evening, 4 o'clock, quarter final, and this boy was there. Sir, can I play, sir? Boy, understand, important match. That match the school team won 4-3, entered the semi-final. Following Friday, 4 o'clock semi-final, again the boy was there. Sir, can I play, sir? We have to enter the final. I need the bigger boys to play. And the school team played the semi-final. The school team won the semi-final 5-4 and they entered the final. Sunday evening, 4 o'clock was the final, and again this boy was there and the boy said, sir, please, sir, today let me play, sir. As luck would have it, one of the players of the school football team had fallen very badly sick. He was in no condition to play. And the coach told this boy, okay boy, today you play. And that boy played. And when that boy played, he played like a house on fire. In the first half, he scored 3 goals. Everyone was stunned. What's happening? The second half, he scored 4 goals, 7 goals. The opposing team scored 2 goals, and that school team won the final 7-2. Everyone carried this little boy. He was the hero. 9th standard. And the coach started talking to the boy. And he said, boy, you know what? I have been a coach for the last 26 years. I have always prided myself in the fact that I could easily spot talent. How did I miss the genius in you? But tell me boy, how did you play like this? 7 goals in a final, how did you play like this? And the boy answered, sir, I played like this because today my father is watching me play. I played like this, sir, because today my father is watching me play. Near the ground there was a wooden bench. Every day that father would come and sit there and then watch. And so the coach looked at the bench. The bench was empty. There was no one there. And so he asked the boy, "Where? I don't see your father." Now this boy said, "Sir, my father was blind. My father was blind and he died 3 days ago. Today is the first time he is watching me play from up above, and that is why I played like this, sir." Today is the first time he is watching me play, sir, and that is why I played like this, sir. Can we have an inspiration like this? A passion, a zeal at whatever we do, whatever we want to achieve, and can we be inspired? And the winner, therefore, my friends, is not only very clear about his purpose, focus, and goal, not only he is inspired, but he also knows, as the Roman philosopher Cicero once told us, the mode by which the inevitable comes to pass is effort. But what kind of effort does the winner put in? The winner, my friends, he loves what he does and he does what he loves. Whatever you do, you must love what you do. Then nothing will be a burden. Your studies will not be a burden if you can love your studies and enjoy your studies. You all must have heard the name of the Lebanese poet called Khalil Gibran. You know what Khalil Gibran tells us? Khalil Gibran tells us, when you work, you are the flute through which the whispering of the hours turns into music. And he says, all work is empty except when there is love. To love life through work is to be intimate with life's inmost secret. And he says, all work is empty except when there is love. And so, my friends, remember this sentence of Khalil Gibran: work is love made visible. Work is love made visible. And then you enjoy your work, you love your work, whatever you do, you enjoy, you put your heart and soul, and then excellence, success follows you naturally. And remember, therefore, my friends, what my teacher used to tell me in school: heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upwards in the night. And I will leave you, as far as working with love is concerned, with just one sentence. I don't know how many of you would have heard the name of Nani Palkhiwala. Nani Palkhiwala was one of the greatest legal luminaries of this country, a constitutional lawyer, one of India's national heroes. Addressing a group of students like this at the Mysore University, Nani Palkhiwala gave us a sentence which we all should remember. Maybe we should even write it down. It's a small sentence. You know what he said? This is what he said. He said, work is the prerogative of intelligence. Work is the prerogative of intelligence. That means it is the birthright of an intelligent man to work. If an intelligent person is not going to work, who is going to work? And therefore, my friends, love your work. Work will then never be a burden. And you will achieve, act like a winner, whatever you have set out to achieve. And therefore, my friends, inspiration and industry. The next attribute of a true winner is this all important attribute which is called commitment. Arjun has told his friend Ram, that he will sit with him on Friday at 4 o'clock and crack those difficult problems in mathematics. Come what may, Friday 4 o'clock, he will sit with his friend. Because it's a commitment he made to his friend. Commitment, my children, will determine your reputation in life, will determine how trustworthy you are. He is a man of commitment. That means he can be trusted, he can be relied on. And that is going to determine your reputation, your goodwill in life. And what kind of commitment shall we have to whatever we do? Let me again share with you a real life story, an incident which happened. An incident which happened in the year 1989. In the year 1989, in this country called Armenia, there was a terrible earthquake. There was a terrible earthquake which happened and which measured 8.9 on the Richter scale. A father had just dropped his 11-year-old son in school and he was returning in his car when the earthquake happened. Devastation. It was a catastrophe. The father went back home, ensured that his wife was safe, again came back to the school. Which part of the school was his son, who was studied in 3rd standard? Which part of the school was his class located? The northeastern part. Went to the northeastern part. That building was flat like a pancake. Fires everywhere, death. And there this father found a shovel. He picked up that shovel and he started digging the place. The other parents came. The other parents came and said, you know what? We have also lost our children. There is no sign of life here. Come back. The father looked at those parents and said, are you going to help me? The police personnel came. There is so much of work to do. Allow us to do our work. Come back. Father looked at the police personnel and said, are you going to help me? The fire personnel came. We have to put out the fires. Let's do our work. Looked at the fire personnel and said, are you going to help me? With that shovel, that father went on digging that place for 28 hours. And after 28 hours, he put his ear to the ground and he heard a faint voice, Daddy. Soon the others came, they dug up the place and there they found, caught in the debris, this father's son, Armand, along with 7 of his friends. Caught there in the debris. And then this boy Armand, he started speaking. He said, Dad, it is very dark here. We are very thirsty. When the earthquake happened, our classroom, it collapsed like a triangle and we were all caught below the vertex, and that is how we were saved. And you know what, Dad? My friends said, you know what, we will all die, there's no hope. And it was at that time, Dad, that I told my friends, in case my dad is here around somewhere, he will definitely come and save us. Because my dad always used to tell me, remember Armand, no matter what, I will always be there for you. No matter what, I will always be there for you. The commitment of a father to his son. Can we all have this kind of commitment in life? No matter what, I am going to do this. No matter what, we are going to have a great function and we are all going to work together. And therefore, my friends, an essential attribute of a true winner is commitment. The next most important thing which the winner exemplifies is an ability to communicate. A winner communicates in a very simple way, in a concise way, in a clear manner, in a very persuasive way. And one important part of communication, my friends, I must tell you that when you communicate, you must communicate in such a way that the people listening to you, they understand you. Whatever you're saying, they understand in the way you want them to understand. Then you're a good communicator. There was this teacher. The teacher had 2 glass jars. In one glass jar, you have distilled water. And in another glass jar, you have alcohol. And the teacher brought earthworms. And the earthworms were put in that jar with distilled water. And the earthworms swam beautifully. Now she put the earthworms in the jar with the alcohol. And all the earthworms, they withered, they became shreds, they died. And then the teacher asked the students, children, what did you understand? One bright boy from the last row, he got up and said, teacher, I have understood if you drink alcohol, you will not get worms in your stomach. That is not the way he wanted him to understand. And therefore, my friends, communicating in a manner which they understand in the way you want them to understand. And how do you become a good communicator? Let me tell you, the most effective, the time-tested method is reading. I'm sure this school has a beautiful library. Be sure that you read. Do some general reading for at least half an hour, 45 minutes every day. That is the only way to improve your vocabulary, improve your writing skills, as well as your speaking skills. I told you about Nani Palkhiwala. He belonged to a middle class family. His father used to run a laundry in the Mahim area of Mumbai. And Palkhiwala, when he was a young boy, about 15 years old, the family did not have enough money to buy books and read. But Palkhiwala, the young Nani, he was so fond of reading. What to do? And then he found in that Mahim area, there was a bookshop, and the name of that bookshop was Ganpatrao, Batkal and Company. And this young boy, Nani, would go to that bookshop, pick up a book and start reading, and the owner of that bookshop, Ganpatrao Batkal, he found this boy is so passionate about reading, he loves to read. So he told that young Nani, you know, boy, you come to my shop every day. And he put a table and a chair in that shop. You come and sit here. The full day you can read, late into the evening, no problem. And so Nani would come to that bookshop every day, sit there and read. Now several years later, Nani Palkhiwala became a very successful lawyer in the Supreme Court, a very eminent jurist. And he wanted to institute, because he was a lawyer, he wanted to institute a scholarship in the Bombay University for the students standing first in law. And he gave a certain amount of money for that scholarship. Now the question came, what should be the name of this scholarship? And so the Vice Chancellor of the university rang up Nani Palkhiwala and he asked him, sir, what is the name you would like us to give to this scholarship? And Nani Palkhiwala replied, Mr. Vice Chancellor, please call it the Ganpatrao Batkal Scholarship. Ganpatrao Batkal Scholarship, in memory of the owner of that bookshop who allowed that young Nani to read day after day. And therefore, my friends, make reading your habit, and that is the way we will hone our communication skills. And one very important part of communication is the ability to listen carefully to what others are saying. Mohan is telling something to his friend Arjun, but Arjun's mind is elsewhere. Today there's a cricket match on television I am going to see. And this boy is talking. The boy, he is not listening. And the mind is so powerful, in 1 second it can take you to California, it can take you to San Francisco. But remember, my friends, listening is the best compliment. Listening carefully to whatever somebody is saying, looking into their eyes, understanding what they are saying, it means you respect that person's view, you respect what he is saying, and therefore listening becomes the best compliment. Very difficult, but then we'll have to practice. And it so happened that a father in a particular area, he had done wonderful work. And so the bishop came and he said, "Father, you have done such wonderful work. I'm going to give you a gift." Father said, "Fine, what is the gift?" And the bishop said, "The gift which I am giving you is a magic horse." Magic horse? Yes, you have to simply sit on this horse and you say, "Oh my God," and this horse will start galloping. You keep on saying, "Oh my God, faster and faster it will gallop." Magic. And if you want the horse to stop, you say, "Hallelujah," and the horse will stop. Father said, "This is very simple. I keep saying this so often, no problem." So the bishop left that magic horse with him and left. Now the father sat on that magic horse. Evening around 4 o'clock, beautiful weather, lovely breeze, and the father sat on the horse and he said, "Oh my God," and he said, "Oh my God," and the horse started galloping. "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God," faster and faster and faster it is galloping. "Oh my God," still faster it is galloping. And now the horse is moving towards the mountain, running, galloping away towards the mountain, and now it is going on top of the mountain. Still more beautiful breeze. Father is so happy, kept on saying, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God," faster and faster on the hill, 6,000 meters mountain. The horse is galloping, lovely breeze, father is enjoying, and now the horse is going towards the edge of the cliff, the highest point of that mountain, and it is going to, what is going to happen? Father realized now it is moving towards the edge of the cliff. The horse has to stop. How do I make it stop? Oh my God, that bishop said something, I forgot. What did he say? I was not listening. Mind was elsewhere. What did he say? Oh my God, still faster it is going. Now it came to the edge of the cliff. Luckily this father remembered and he said, "Hallelujah," and the horse stopped at the edge of the cliff. The father looked down and he said, "Oh my God." And so, my friends, when somebody is telling us something, let's listen carefully so that we are not in the position of that father. And so, one of the skills of a winner is that ability to communicate. The next attribute, you have an example in your own chairman. I was absolutely amazed when Mr. Sahu was telling me yesterday he is a chartered accountant, he is a cost accountant, he has done a PhD and he has done this program in education and early learning management. My God. This is what is called making yourself massively competent. The winner is a constant learner. The winner never hesitates to empty his cup. The winner is a lifelong student. He believes in the Japanese philosophy of Kaizen, constant improvement, constant curiosity, constant learning. And who is the best example I can give you, my friends, when it comes to being massively competent? The finest example I can give you is that of Benjamin Franklin.